Have you ever wanted to know how to trap in Hoplite Battle Royale? I have 5 years of trapping experience, so it's safe to say you have come to the right place. I'm giving away 2 VIP ranks on Hoplite, and you can join by liking this video, subscribing and commenting your in-game name. In this video I will cover the basics for trapping, but if you want to see amazing trap tutorials or you want these cool perks, you can become a channel member by clicking the join icon. Without further ado, let's jump into the tutorial. Before you even launch Minecraft, I recommend downloading Lunar client. It's just a free to download and safe to use Minecraft client with FPS boost and other multiple features. All the needed links are down below in the description. Now, when you join a game of Hoplite Battle Royale, you want to choose the trapper kit, of course. And I'm gonna go over the items in the trapper kit, so if you are familiar with them, you can go ahead and skip this part. So first up, we have the trapper shovel. Let's see what it does. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. You can just leave random blocks like dirt, sand, gravel, etc. So now we have sticky pistons. I'm gonna show you how these work. So you need to use redstone to activate the pistons, and how you do this is you either place redstone above like this, pistons 1 block above and redstone on top of it, or you can place redstone like that. So we have the stickies here. On the side we have redstone. So this is 2 ways to power up the pistons, and when you hit the lever, nice. And yeah, since these are stickies, the blocks stick to the pistons. So now we have dripstones, and I'm gonna show you how to use these later, but basically you will have these at the bottom of the trap. Then we have the logs. Well, you just get a lot of wood. For trapping you need wood, so just keep the logs. Then we have observers. This is for the redstone people, you know. I'm not that kind of a guy who knows about these. On Hoplite, you get slime blocks, which is kind of weird. Personally, I don't use these, so. Once the game begins, you want to land straight inside a cave so you can start mining right away. I recommend mining around 35 iron to make iron armor, the short sword, a lumberjack's axe, 2 buckets, and some extra iron for regular pistons if you are going to use them. Middle of the map is called 00, and that's where all the people gather, so that's why you want to build your trap in a 250 block radius away from 00. You want to get around 1 to 2 stacks of logs, and then you can start looking for a trap spot. Now, what is a good trap spot? It all depends on what trap you're making. I'll go over some basic traps and what trap spots are good for them. So the first one on the list is a classic piston pull. Piston traps are my go-to trap in Hoplite Battle Royale, and they're pretty easy to make, and you can make them almost anywhere on the map. So you usually want to find a mountain or a small hill. Here I found a pretty good trap spot, so these 3 could be a trap. So what we want to do when we have found a perfect trap spot, we want to go up here. We want to place the pistons from behind the trap, not in front of the trap, because grass grows back slowly in Hoplite Battle Royale, so that's why we want to go up. Then we want to find the blocks that we want to pull. We place pistons like this, and then we go back up from here like this. Oh, you should break as little grass as possible, and then you're gonna place that back. You can place dirt. Now you want to activate the pistons, so here you can actually place a lever there, nice, like this. And when you flick it, you heard the piston sounds. It means that the pistons are activated, as you can see. When you flick it once more, it's gonna open this hole that you are going to make into a trap. Nice. By the way, when you start making a trap, I recommend going into the mods you have and turning on toggle shift. And make sure you have toggle sneak and container turned on. This means you can use crafting tables, chests, furnaces when you are toggle shifted, so this is very useful. Now once we have the pistons ready, or your main trap ready, you want to build ladders, and you don't want to build the ladders in front of the trap. I think that makes sense to everyone here. So you just want to go over your trap. When you think about when you're baiting, you flick the lever, then you probably want ladders around this area. It's not too far, and it's not front of the trap, So now you want to dig down the ladders, and you want to dig them down 40 blocks down. So if you check my coordinates, my Y level is 101. So we need to dig down the trap to, let's say, Y60. It doesn't hurt if it's a little deeper. You just want to make sure the people die. So now I'm digging the ladders, 2x1 area. Here we are at the bottom. Then you want to make ladders, and with the 2 water buckets you had before, also get a sign. You want to place some ladders, doesn't matter on which side. Then you want to place a sign. And then your 2 water buckets, like this. 1 and 2. And this is going to be an infinite water source. And when you place 1 water right there, you're not going to take any fall damage when you jump down the ladders. And then you just want to place ladders until you are on the surface. Now we place the ladders, and now what we want to do is build the actual trap. How does it work though? We want to go from behind. So we don't want to go from the piston pole because it's gonna break the grass. And the grass grows back slowly, so we just want to make sure we find the pistons. Here we are, we see they are connected to these blocks. We block this up now, and we dig down 3 blocks down. Now, what we do is we place signs on the top row, the bottom row, and then you want to look down on the signs and place signs. Then we want to dig down 2 blocks. We need to have a 1x1 area at the bottom, because if we get dripstone and place it on a bigger area or a surface, you can see there is space where people can fall in and not take any damage from the dripstones. So we need to make sure people fall in a 1x1 area, and we can achieve this by funneling. What is funneling? It's making sure, or maybe more like forcing, people to fall in an area where you want them. And here, pistons come in handy. So you want to have pistons, doesn't matter if they are sticky or regular pistons, but if you have extra stickies, I recommend using them. And then you need redstone torches, redstone, and pressure plates. When we build 2 blocks down, we want to place a piston right there, a piston right there. This is going to be the 1x1 hole, but we just want to focus on funneling now. So what then we have to do is place pressure plates right there. And this part gets a bit tricky, so you guys can slow down or pause if you need. Here we have the pressure plate on this block. We just want to dig on the side, place a redstone on that block, dig on the side. Now the redstone torch is connected to this block. Then we place a redstone torch here. And if you hear that piston sound, you are doing this correctly, so don't worry about it. Now once you have placed the redstone torch here, you break 1 block above you, a redstone torch, break this block, and place redstone dust there. Then you want to break these 2 blocks here. So as you can see, there is redstone. You want to place a torch, then a block here next to the torch, and redstone. So when we go here, it's working perfectly. So why we want this to repeat is because if people fall down and they actually shift, if this pushes only once, they can get stuck in the swimming mode and they can dig out from the trap. So that's why we want this repetition. And this funneling design has been built by, or designed by Shadow, so all credits go to him. But now the second block, we also want to do the same, it's just mirrored, so let's go. Redstone torch there, dig on the side, this redstone torch goes up to this block, boom, we heard the piston sound, it's all good. Break 1 block above you, redstone torch, redstone dust here, then we want to break these blocks, as you can see redstone dust, place a torch, block, and redstone. And then you just want to cover this up, and when we go here, it all repeats. Nice, so it's working correctly. And now we can dig down the actual trap, the 1x1 area. Okay, so the bottom Y was 60, so we want to go 6 higher than that, which is 66. And we just want to place signs down there, so until we reached the level which I just mentioned. So 6 blocks more than your ladder level. I'll show you soon why. Here we are at level 66. Then we want to dig down to the lateral level, which was 60. And then we want to break these blocks on the sides. We want to get some stairs, some buttons, and that's about it right now. We actually want to make armor stands too. I'll show you soon why. So now we look up, we break 4 blocks, and then we place stairs like this. So when you are kind of inside the trap, these look like planks, but they are actually stairs. And why we are placing these like this is because if they try the water is going to be inside the stairs and they cannot clutch. Then we just want buttons. And now we want to place blocks here. Doesn't matter which blocks. Actually, the ladders are this way, so we actually want to place blocks here. And then you want to dig to your ladders. Here they are. And then we just want to place a stair like this. So when you look at this part of the block, you can place a stair. And then we have dripstone. We place it there. And an armor stand above. So basically your main trap is ready. You can place a couple of chests if you want. Like this. So this is how you build an actual trap, and this is a piston trap. So next on the list is probably one of the easiest traps to make. It's a head-header trap. So what is this trap? Well, the name says almost what it means. You hit your head on the ceiling and then you fall in a hole. But as a trapper, let me show you guys what I mean. So let me just get some grass right here. You can make this trap in a cave, you can use trees to make this, but the idea is that you want to build an area like this. You jump right before hitting the ceiling, and that makes you go over the hole. So if you would run straight, you would fall in the hole, and that's why this is a good trap. It's so easy to make, you just need to practice the timing of pressing space right before hitting the ceiling. And then you just want to repeat the same process that I just showed you, build ladders, funnel it, and so on. Next on the list, we have spleef traps. Now, spleef traps can be done anywhere. I usually recommend sandy areas or snowy areas. So let's just pretend this is sand. You want to dig below it. You want to place signs here. Actually, let me get some sand out so you guys can get the hang of the idea. So, okay, so let's say you wanted to make this trap. You just want to place a ton of signs like this. Boom, 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 boom. And then you want to place the sand. And you want to have a teammate ready to spleef with the trapper shovel. When they spleef, the people fall in, you have done the funneling here, and you have ladders somewhere. So yeah. So last but not least on the list, we have block off traps. So you can make these on trees, on just mountains, but I prefer to do these on trees. So here we have a tree. What this trap is basically is that you have a hole here. You jump on the tree, you place blocks, and then the people chasing you are gonna fall down, and then you just have ladders somewhere. So what I would say about this trap is that it's a bit challenging, especially if you are new to trapping. But if you want to challenge yourself, sure, why not? You need to get the timing right with this one, just like with the piston trap. So you want to make sure the people are not too far away and not too close, and then you just want to block off. Well, once you have your main trap ready, you might want to consider making a backup trap. I'm just going to show you one of the many backup traps there is. There are so many, but my favorite one is the swegfy. So you want to dig an area away from your grid out area, something like this. And this is going to be a backstab plus a head hitter combined. So basically you need to jump right before hitting the ceiling, and then you need to backstab people into it if they do not fall in it. And then you just want to repeat the process, build ladders, funnel this down, and so on. You can come up with your own backup traps, they are always good to have, and yeah, this is my favorite one. And now on to some extra tips. So what I would like to say that the best tip is that I can give you is to buy my channel membership. I am gonna do very good tutorials on there, they're gonna be so clear and in-depth, you cannot be a bad trapper after watching them, you know. The second one is trap as much as possible, just because you should not get frustrated if trapping doesn't work the first game. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I have 5 years of trapping experience, yet I'm nowhere near perfect. I was once in the same position as you are, but through experience, you will grow as a trapper. Then very important tip that I should give you, if you're playing Civilization, you should have one person baiting and one person pulling the trap. So what I would do is hide the lever, and then I would actually build some area to ladders, and then as you guys can see, I'm looking at the lever. I'm trying to right click, but it's not working. If I do it with this, with anything, it just doesn't work. That's why you need to get an empty hand slot and then right click, boom, boom. The trap activates when you are toggle shifted. So you just need to have an empty hand. That's all you need to do. Next on the tip list is to use waypoints. If you press right shift on Lunar, go to mods, type waypoint here, you enable them and bind it to some key. You can create a waypoint at your trap, and this is how I find my own traps in my videos. It's so easy to navigate to your trap, and this is what you can do also. Last but not least, on the tip list, I recommend buying the Flash Nick Pass if you are getting recognized or called out for trapping. And if you don't have the money, what you can do is you can change your IGN every month. Now, every good thing must come to an end. Thank you guys for watching this far. Hope you learned something new from this, and let's grow the trapping community. Be sure to join the VIP giveaway and leave a nice comment. And yeah, thank you guys and enjoy.